Last time, you guys had entered into the Rockblight. You had found a tale following you by the name of Eva Clay, a young member of the new Borough Wardens. And you were like, you can come. And Starcaller got right in her face and was like, but we won't protect you. You will probably die. Which almost happened in the case when you followed up a small waterfall following a ghost of a former Borough Warden, and then were accosted by a rogue earth elemental and 2 gargoyles. You guys went into this tunnel-like space with a kind of stream coming out of it to find a small home of sorts. And after some searching, you found a ring of a Borough Warden, which Hester now wears. There is a odd pull within their head mentally towards something, not quite sure what. Their constitution mechanically has been boosted by 2 from wearing this ring, and their carrying capacity has been quadrupled. Following that kind of little excitement, you all decided that you were going to continue to search farther into the Rockblight, as you need to figure out where the steadfast stone was that you have to cleanse, while also investigating any signs of Ogremark's bane. As you continued north, away from this pool and waterfall, Hester and Artomis had kind of scouted ahead and found this crystalline, almost like garden that has this greenish light upon the entire area. And behind one of these tall croppings of crystals is a statue of a gnome, and you think you can see that he's holding some kind of crystal up towards their eyes. And that's where we find ourselves. What do you want to do?
Well, William, as we find ourselves in this new kind of larger chamber, how far does this extend? Like, how large is this chamber exactly?
This chamber, from where you are, goes all the way about 100 feet as far as you can see. Width-wise, there is... You are looking at about 110 feet across.
Okay. Nice big cavern. And like these big green crystals, are they glowing at all, or is it just...
They emanate a small amount of light, but what you notice is that most of this light that's like refracting within these and out of these crystals are coming from the bioluminescent fungi from around the room, and you can identify those as night stalks, which is another form of like fire stock, but they provide this kind of greenish glow.
Cool. And
is this statue that we see of the gnomish figure, is this the only one in the area?
Make a perception check.
Okay.
Roll that die.
Oh my god. 21.
You see only that one statue, yes. Okay. However, 2 other things you notice is that there seems to be a kind of odd opening that descends into the ground to the west of you, a little bit to the northwest. And then you see that there's some kind of opening to the north, almost directly north of you, and a little bit to the east.
Gotcha.
The other thing you notice is you hear something coming and echoing from the west. And with your perception, it sounds like pots clanging together. Like a ding-ding-ding-ding-ding. And then there's like a pause, and then ding-ding-ding-ding. Another pause.
Okay.
Ding-ding-ding-ding.
What's the lighting scenario like? Is this considered dim light, darkness?
Nope, this is fully illuminated.
Okay, all right.
Hester, I can see you again.
No!
Keep quiet. I think something's coming from that direction over there. Get behind something.
With that being said, Artemis will kind of try to move Hester has a pretty good position against the wall there, so Artemis is going to kind of duck back and hide.
Okay.
Hester is actually going to step out a little bit, like right behind this crystal outcropping.
Okay, so you're going to move a little bit to the west to get behind this crystal.
Yes.
Yeah. And I'm going to gesture back to Scylla, like put like a finger up to my lips, like shh, but then also kind of gesture her forward a little.
All right, so you have moved up behind this crystal. Can you roll me a stealth check, Hester? The rest of you, being mostly out of sight, are good.
Can, and I'm trying to. Do I have advantage on this?
That's fitting. I'm going to tell you right now, you have a slight bonus because of these crystals in front of you. Give yourself an additional +2.
Okay, that is a 21.
Okay. You hide behind this crystal. Are you looking through the crystals, or are you kind of like looking around?
I'm sort of like peering, I guess, like under it. Like I imagine there's like just outcroppings jutting in different directions. So he's hiding mostly behind it and then like peeking under.
Okay. All right. So you see coming from the west, you hear this sound. It's getting a little bit louder and a little bit louder. Until like rolling out from the darkness, you see a small figure covered in like cast iron pans just like tumble barrel roll into the room and then pop up, and he's holding a couple pots and pans in his hands, and you can tell he's got like one on as like a helmet, and you just hear this individual talking to themselves like, I got this, nobody's gonna get me. I am the pop man. No, I am this. I am Iron Jimmy.
God,
yeah, that's me.
damn it, Jimmy! I'm gonna step out from behind the crystal. God damn it, Jimmy!
What? Who goes there? What?
What are you doing? You're gonna get yourself killed.
Hey, Esther, what's going on?
I am not explaining to your mother why you're a smear in a cave. Go home.
I got her best pots and pans, dude. I'm fine.
I'm not explaining that either.
You know, it's cool. It's like all tied together, and I got a big walk on my chest. I'll be fine. Bullet, what you doing here? I'm trying to be a hero. Like, I thought I was coming in here to rescue you guys. Didn't you tell the Priestley dude for me to come help you? He's like, you gotta go in there, man. You gotta go save your friends. And I'm like, hell yeah, my time to shine.
Brendan, you asked for this.
You specifically asked for this.
Sure you did.
Look, here comes the consequence. I believe I told him to point Jimmy right in the way of danger.
And that's me, baby. Danger destroyer.
I didn't say that out loud. I said it to the gods.
I am a god.
It's all right, y'all. You can come out. It's just an inconvenience.
Hey, now you don't have to be like that. Oh, cool. Who's this dude? And Jimmy runs up to the statue. Man, that sucks.
Jimmy,
if this, wait, do you think this is a real person, or did someone carve this?
We were figuring that out. Don't touch it.
James, do not touch that statue.
Who the fuck is James?
Oh shit.
We do not know what that statue is meant to do.
Yes, ma'am. He taps his pots and pans behind his back.
Spicy. Well, while that's happening, I'm gonna scoot over to the west here if I could and take a peek at this weird dissension point.
Okay. So you, as Scylla runs up and accosts Jimmy.
Brought out his government name and everything.
Yeah. He's like, how did she know? You walk over to this kind of hole in the ground, and you see that there's a set of stairs that descend, actually. Big enough for you to walk through reasonably, should you want, but are you kind of going onto the backside, laying down and peeking your head over the edge?
That's
or are you...
kind of what I was thinking. I was like, Artemis would kind of get around it and then crawl up and then peek down.
Okay. Roll a perception check for me.
Absolutely. That's a natural 20.
Nice.
Oh, my lord.
Nice.
Total 24.
So you look down into here and you can see that oddly scattered about in this largest cavern is a couple dozen stone statues of what appear to be drow people. And that's all you see in there is just a couple dozen statues of drows.
Ooh.
And the drow are having a really tough go of it down here.
Well, Scylla, Ira, or sorry, Iva, Hester, Jimmy, I think
You're all right
we have
over
a
there.
problem here. There's like 24 more statues in here, all drow.
Oh, it's fine. I'm sure somebody just has a hobby for skull. Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Wow, look at all those guys. That's super cool, but kind of creepy too, don't you think?
How loud are these pans that he's just like
Oh, it's horrible.
bumbling
It's
around in?
horrible. Just every time he's stepping somewhere. It's the cows are coming home. All the bells are being rung.
Jimmy,
What?
What's up? I am very happy that you have
Oh, I'm happy to see you too, Hester.
found
You don't gotta
that-
get choked up
don't-
about it, though.
Don't put words in my mouth. I'm happy that you have found your altar, your
altar?
persona.
Oh, thanks. Worked real
Could
hard.
you wear something not suicidal?
What do you mean suicide? This is like the
Your
best
pants
protection you
are
can
too
get.
loud.
My pants are too loud?
Your-
I don't
your
know about my
pans.
pants.
Your-
Oh, cool,
your
because like my
pants.
pants are brand new. These are like sweet khakis. I don't know if you noticed. Got them at the Gap.
We
Um,
can't see them for all the kitchenware.
Well, geez,
Jimmy,
Yeah.
release the khakis.
if I could take a point of inspiration for that.
Oh my god. I haven't heard "Release the Khaki" since my college days.
I don't really got like anything else but my clothes underneath. You think it's okay? Like if it's just a bunch of statues in here, I'll probably be fine, right?
I think
Jimmy,
anything is better.
Just be very still. How about that?
Oh,
Just don't
Or
move.
do you have a silence spell, a dampening potion, a fucking pillow? No, you're useless. Yeah, just take the pans off. Pans.
I was about to say you're giving mixed messages to our friend.
I think we lost Will.
no, I was just trying to hold my breath and stay still.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
You're oh my god.
Wow.
Bruh.
No, I guess I can take off the pants.
All
Yeah,
the
pans.
dinosaurs fear the T-Rex.
He's like, all right, I guess I can take him off. He starts untying his ropes that are holding all the
my
pots and pans.
God.
A couple of them fall to the ground. Bum, 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 bum. He's like, oh, sorry about that. I'll catch him. Sorry,
It
sorry.
literally can't get worse.
And he
I
puts them
would
all
like
down.
to grapple Jimmy.
You're gonna what? Okay, roll the
So
grapple.
that he stops moving. He's being so loud.
I ship it.
Okay, so
Ah.
he's distracted enough that you instantly grapple him. He's like, whoa.
Stop moving.
Okay, hold my breath again.
You may breathe, but you are making too much noise. Clearly, you had the survival instincts to get here. You tracked us in some way, I assume. But now
'cause
that
I'm
you're
Iron
here,
Jimmy. Sorry,
now
sorry.
that you're here,
Yeah.
you are too loud, and you're going to get us killed.
Oh shit. But I could protect you if I had all my pans on.
No. I am not confident that you could.
That hurts, but this hug is awfully nice.
Oh my god.
This is not meant to be a nice hug. And she, like, tightens it.
Oh yes. This is good. Oh wait, just a little bit more pressure, please.
Starcaller, would you mind removing the pots and pans?
I don't know if I want to get involved in this. No, I'm a team player. I'll do
And
it.
then as
For
soon
all
as
my
you're like
spite,
moving
I have
around,
to
his
say
like
I'm a little
spine
uncomfortable.
pops a little bit. And he's like, "Oh yeah, that was great." No. He's just totally relaxed. He's like, "I'm good. I'll just wait right here." Oh, that's nice.
I don't
We just-
understand how you had anything to crack. I don't believe you've done any extraneous labor in your life.
Do you know how heavy these cast iron pots are, boy? You carry all this weight of greatness.
Yeah,
Well,
can't you see our boy is yoked, Hester?
I certainly know the weight that you put on your family and everyone you come in contact with, so...
Call me Atlas, baby. I hold the world on my shoulders.
I'll start taking the pans off, I guess.
I was
Okay,
thinking
so you
more...
start untying all the pots and pans
Yeah.
on him. He's like, if this is what you guys really believe, like, sure, I'll help. But, like,
Eva, please keep a lookout.
absolutely, of course. Eventually, you get all the pots and pans, and there's a giant pile that you're like, how the hell did he even get all these on him?
The entire time this is happening, with, like, Jimmy being restrained and the pots being removed and that being handled, Hester is keeping a stupid vigilance, like, out in all directions, because this is an obnoxious amount of noise.
Make another perception check.
Okay. Oof. Third of the night, 21.
Okay. I need you to make me a sanity check.
Oh. Okay.
But, like, why, though?
Yeah, can I...
Make the sanity check, and we'll tell you what happens.
Your Honor, I'd like to plead the fifth.
No.
Oh, no. I'm throwing dice.
Andrew's shown to be a man of few words today.
Yeah.
No is...
Most of them are no.
No.
Man, a few word.
Okay.
What you got?
4?
Okay.
Oh,
Great.
sorry. Didn't add my modifier. 5.
Oh, thank goodness.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, we're gonna roll on the short-term madness table, actually.
Yep. And I'll bump that score down because we're doing so good.
Yep. Roll a d100, please.
Okay.
Ruh-roh.
We're coming back hot, y'all. Wow.
What you got?
90.
90. Okay. You're stunned for roll me a d10.
Oh no.
Stunned is bad.
3.
You are stunned for the next 3 minutes. And how
Cool.
it happens is, like, you're keeping an eye out, and all of this noise is like gunshots in your ear. Just bang, bang. And you are trying to keep an eye out, and it's going against every instinct of inside of you. You are like, we are absolutely in an unfamiliar area. There are too many unknowns here, and the paranoia just starts sinking in. You keep glancing down into the tunnel behind you, seeing the weird drow statues in like a movie. It's like zooming in on their frozen like faces or whatever, and then you're looking over to the east where there's that weird eerie looking tunnel, and you're just freaking out about that. You're like, and then eventually
the rat instinct starts taking over a little bit. It's like that paranoia, like the freeze response.
Exactly.
Of just like, oh shit, there's too much going on. There's too much stimuli. We're gonna fucking die.
Yeah.
And he just freezes.
You freeze up. So you're too overwhelmed that you don't catch anything.
Yeah. And just for funsies, if you'll allow it, he is frozen for the next 3 minutes, halfway into a hybrid transformation.
Ooh. So like only some, like not even your full hybrid form,
not even
but like
full. He like
stuff.
Like his teeth started extending, his nose stretched a little bit. He got like a puff of fur, like, you know, when cats get like the raised hair on the back of their neck. He has like a little tuft of that, but he's like, it's not full. So
the rest of you have like just finished up with Jimmy. Eva has like got her eye away from the situation, but you, Artomis, Scylla, and Jimmy notice that Hester is like not okay.
That's not Good.
Hester, you okay? You just why'd your teeth get so much bigger? Have you been hiding them? Is that why you don't talk so much? And your ears, whoa, cool. I didn't realize they were so
I
pointy.
feel like it takes a beat, but then Starcrawler is going to start reacting because he's seen, I think maybe experienced himself short-term madness effects.
Yeah.
And he knows something fucky is happening.
Scylla definitely has, yeah.
Yeah, I'm just going to go ahead and pop Dawn's Edge and shroud our whole group here in darkness.
Okay. Yeah, I would say between your passive insights and what you know of the Underdark now, you definitely pick up that Hester's frozen in a bit of almost like an anxiety attack here, essentially.
And now because you popped the darkness, you don't see him anymore.
Yeah, right.
And Jimmy's like, whoa, it just got so dark in here.
Jimmy?
Yes.
If you value the lives of yourself or anyone in this group, you will be so quiet in the next 5 minutes.
I am silence itself. And Jimmy is frozen again, right next to Hester.
I'm just going to telepathically communicate with Dawn's Edge, I know there's danger. I can't see it. I don't know where it is. Something is wrong. Something is wrong.
Ooh, good point. Dawn's Edge, I think, has 120 of dark vision and can sense some stuff, if I remember correctly. But she says to you, she's like, there's something lurking amongst the statues down there. And most definitely, something rank lives in that tunnel to the east. I'm not sure if one of them is affecting Hester at this moment, but this is definitely a cursed place.
I'm just going to whisper to Scylla, we have to move. Can you pick him up?
Which direction?
Well, as we're over on the other end of the cabin, is there any exit to the west here, or is that just cavern wall?
Yes, now that you are over there, let me reveal a little bit more. You know that Jimmy came from that way, so you see that there's a little tunnel there. Presumably, it might be safe. You're not 100% on that. There seems to be a smaller tunnel to the northeast, and then you can see that there's some space that seems to kind of descend downward to the north as well. So the room kind of continues on in that direction.
Okay. To the west, Scylla. To the west. We need to regroup.
Heard. I will move immediately. And Scylla will grab Hester and move straight west.
Okay, go ahead and move your token, and Brennan, you can move Hester with them.
Okay.
Jimmy, if you want to live, you will follow and do so silently.
Just nods their head and proceeds behind you.
And then I'm just gonna is Eva doing anything?
Eva's paying attention to you guys now, but is being super quiet. She totally understood the assignment and the urgency, and is just keeping an eye out while watching the others move away.
Okay, good. I think I'm gonna move up to her and bring her into the shroud of my darkness here, and put my hand on her shoulder, and just just give her a squeeze, and slowly, keeping a good 20-30 feet from the other group, start slowly retreating backwards, but trying to get an idea, whether it's the sight or a sound of whatever is causing this.
Okay. Yeah, so you start retreating backwards with Eva. Go ahead and roll me a perception check.
Absolutely. If only I had made my character good at these. That's an 8.
I will say Eva is keeping a decent eye out as well. I'm not
sure if it matters, but actually I have proficiency in that. That is 11.
Nice. Eva with a 20 is not picking up anything that would be directly impacting it, but she kind of like picked up on the situation and was like, I think it was just Jimmy that was overwhelming him, and obviously there are dangers here, so perhaps it was just that. I maybe he'll come around in another minute or two now that it's been quiet again.
Cool. As she said that, I'm just gonna stop here where we are, kind of in the passageway, and just kind of crouch down with her in the darkness, and then just kind of keep a vigil for maybe a minute or so. Just to see what happens. And while I do that, I would like to use another charge of my divine sense.
Okay. Fey fiend undead.
Yeah, a celestial fiend undead.
Okay. You are not picking up on any of those now.
Okay. All right. Then after that takes place, I'll start creeping away as nothing happens.
Roll another perception check, and Eva is 2. All right. Eva got a 17. What'd you get?
Got an 11 again.
Okay. Eva like stops you, like grabs onto your arm, and it's a very tight grip for someone so much smaller than you. And then is like, don't move. Do you hear that? And you hear nothing at first, but then very faintly, you hear coming from the east just this. Like whispered hissing. And like your eyes are drawn to that tunnel to the east, and almost like Hester, it's like that tunnel vision just like slowly zooming in, and that noise just seems louder and louder in your ears. And then eventually that fades, and that tunnel vision starts to kind of like zoom out on you as well. But can you roll me a sanity check?
Sure can.
Eva's gonna do one too.
This is a flat one for me.
Wow, Eva's rolling really good. That's a natural 19.
That's an 11.
Oh my
What
god.
is with these 11s?
You are all right. You are like drenched in sweat for a moment, but you managed to hold on just. And it's now been long enough that Hester, you kind of come out of this frozen state.
Oh lord.
Hester, are you all right?
I'm fine. It just gets... I get overwhelmed sometimes. I apologize.
Nothing to apologize for. Are you... And she kind of like gestures toward your like half transformed like features.
Yeah, and I think as he's sort of coming... Like, as his body unfreezes itself, I think the rest of the transformation actually did take. Once he's settled and his, like, muscles have unlocked themselves, the rest of, like, the hair protrudes down his arms, like, the snout gets a little bit longer. It's not a full furred face. It's very much, like, somewhere in the middle, in his hybrid form. Yes, the survival instinct takes over sometimes in dangerous, overwhelming situations. I haven't been doing this long enough to have full control over it. So sometimes the anxiety gets the best of me, but
I would say that you have strong instincts.
Well, the instinct would normally be to move, not to freeze. That's a death sentence, but we all falter. But we should either ready ourselves or we should move. This is not a safe place.
Is Starcaller still in darkness?
I believe so, yes.
Yeah, if the timing permits, though, by this time I'll have joined them still in the darkness, bringing Eva with me.
Sure.
Yes, I'm I am here. That, there's something foul in that small cavern to the east, and this might be what we came for. Well, no, we came for the altar, yes? The steadfast stone.
That was one of our goals. The other was to find out potentially what was causing the curses in here. Ogremark's bane. The priest believed the steadfast stone could do some good in cleansing, but that doesn't necessarily point towards the source.
True. Well, we have a few options ahead of us. There is a passageway to the northwest, and perhaps more to explore to the north. We could...
There's actually, point of order, Will,
Mm-hmm.
that nagging in my head, is it like centered like a compass pointing in this room, or is it still pointing somewhere beyond?
It's still pointing somewhere beyond.
To the north?
You think so, but not. It's hard to tell with the cardinal direction because like every time you move, it kind of moves too.
Sure. Okay. But like for the purposes of this map, like it would be our northern way.
Northwesterly, you would think.
I don't know what exactly its purpose is, but that gnawing I have is still leading north beyond this room. I have my own trepidations about, pardon the choice of words, but leaving stones unturned. But something's pulling me out of this room, and I don't have a whole lot of want to stay personally.
Yes. How about this? Let's move to the north. As you said, your mind is calling you there. And depending on what we find, I
can always circle back.
I have an idea for drawing this creature out, but I would like to make sure that we're not inviting more than one danger our way when we do.
Sure.
So let's to the north then.
This way, and
Hester, stay close. You will be unseen.
Excellent. So yes, Hester will stay within that like cloud of darkness so that he can skulk around invisible.
Sure.
But he is going to stealth as far as that reach will allow.
Yeah, I mean you can go. I think it's like 10 feet away from Artomis, not very far.
Okay.
Do you guys want to try to get for
then?
the northwesterly tunnel, or are you just going north in general? Show me on the map here.
I think the northwesterly tunnel first.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Like that seems like the most.
Okay.
That seems like the closest direction
Sure.
that my head is pointing.
So you start following this pull to the north, and eventually you find yourselves coming upon an intersection after following this for like a minute. And if you continue to follow that pull north, you actually find yourself confronting a wall of rubble. Just a total collapse of a tunnel. That pull is still in that direction, but unless you have some means of clearing this massive cave-in, you're not reaching it this way.
I don't suppose anybody has the means to remove a large amount of rock quickly.
Nah, sorry, dude. I don't have nothing. I'm sorry, I broke my cone of silence. I'm so sorry.
Actually, hold on a second. And Hester, with his newfound ring, is actually going to try to see if he can start just digging himself, like taking chunks of the rubble and pulling it out.
Sure. Yeah, you find that a good amount of these rocks you can start moving, like, really easily. There's a handful of, like, much larger sections that you're definitely not going to be able to move. But eventually you get to a point where, like, what you can move between the shifting of the rubble and whatnot, you actually get a small opening that's like big enough for you to peep through into the space beyond, but you're not able to like move the rest by hand. Like there's just too much here. If you had perhaps one of the elementals from some of the priesthood, you could probably do that, or if you had some kind of explosive or otherwise, you could do it. But you see beyond is that it actually let me see here. Yeah, you see pathways beyond and some caverns. Like your vision just barely allows you to see in there. The walls in here are covered in slime. Like thick slime just sloughed against the walls. There's like what look like cobwebs, but they're just giant like gelatinous kind of stuff just
like
dripping
smears
from the top to the bottom and just pooling at the bottom. It looks fetid and disgusting in there.
Oh, that's nasty.
Y'all, I'm gonna try to not sound excited, but I actually I love slime. No,
I love it.
I think we're not gonna be able to get through this way. But the solutions to a lot of problems for Blingdenstone. I think we're following the right path.
North?
We'll have to find another way around unless y'all can do more damage to this than I could.
Not without causing a cave-in or some other unfortunacy.
That is the dangerous part of it. So we can circle back to that main chamber. There were more ways north. We can see if something circles around.
Let's head to the south here and see what lies down this way.
Jimmy, this is your opportunity to leave and to survive.
Miss Scylla, can I speak now?
Yes?
But why would I leave you? I'm here to help you, as I specifically asked for me. Hester asked for me. Why would I leave you in the time of your most need?
I do not need the help of, well, a child.
Oh, no, listen, I might look small, but I'm a man. I'm like full grown. Hey, listen.
We also recruited a literal child, like,
even
standing up for Jimmy
there,
now. But like 2 hours ago, we actually let a child join us.
Yeah, like I don't understand why she's here,
like,
but I can't.
She's like down for like death and stuff, you know.
Wait a minute. Why is everybody questioning what I'm down for? I came out here. I'm ready for it. You made me take off my armor. Like, what more daring could you be? Like, all I got is a pot and a pan. Let's fucking go.
Jimmy, even if you were to survive this, your mother will kill you for not bringing back her cast iron pans.
Well, you know what? I just gotta have to go back and get them after I'm done killing all the big scary monsters out here.
Jimmy?
Yes.
Do you have a weapon?
Yeah, and he hefts up his really nice pan. Look at it. It's heavy as hell.
Asked and answered. Well,
yeah, I mean, like, I don't want to hit you because we're friends, but like,
listen,
it's gonna hurt.
I'm gonna shock myself here, but fuck it.
That is right.
Let him stay. I get, like, if he's this willing to die.
My problem is not that he is not a willing bait or soldier. It is that he might get us killed. He's a liability.
I don't understand what. Like, you haven't even seen me do nothing. This feels like a weird, fucked up thanks for showing you around the city and like letting you in my home.
A tour guide does not make a good fighter.
Well, maybe I'm multifaceted. You don't know.
Eva. Sorry, what was your name?
Eva.
I have your first very important assignment. Call it a promotion if you need it.
Okay.
You are going to remain with us.
Yes.
You are what, in my circles, we would call a child wrangler. You are going to make sure this doesn't kill us. And I, gently nudge Jimmy just right up to her.
You understand that I'm like 45, right?
I will understand that the day you act like it.
No, but well, listen, Hester, like,
Sorry, hold on. Listen,
you can't be over
I'm
60.
sorry.
We got a lifespan of like 200 years. Like, I'm in my mid 20s. I'm in
sorry.
my prime.
I'm sorry. You live with your mother and you're 45.
Again, semantics.
I do not.
I'm
sold on this. Is a good idea.
Listen, at this point, I'll take the bodies. Like, if we're being blunt, let's take the bodies.
Yeah, let me surprise you. You don't know what could happen. I could save your life.
The worst, Scylla, the worst he can do is die for us.
Fuck yeah, Starcaller. Thanks, man. What sword did you give him?
It's the short sword.
Okay. Adding that in.
All right. We're wasting enough time here, and we're pinched in a tunnel, so we should move before anything decides it actually wants to encroach.
Yes. No.
Just a man in his pan and on a mission.
You're still on probation.
What does that even mean?
Jimmy, you know damn well what it means.
Earn this honor, Jimmy.
I absolutely will, sir.
All right, and we keep going.
Yes.
Okay.
If you survive, I will never say another negative word about your combat prowess.
You know what?
She'll find other things.
That's... I'm ignoring that. Scylla, that's all I strive for, is your respect. Thank you.
I said nothing about respect.
And he just starts running down to the south after Star College, just like,
oh my
I'm
god.
the bestest man here. I want to save some fucking lives.
That had such, Ron Swanson. I feel what you heard was a lot of big.
Yes.
Oh.
So you continue to the south, and you find that there is another locked door. And then you eventually find yourselves in the very northern passageway where you had originally come through. However, this section has another large pool of water, but you find that it all connects back towards that kind of crystalline space or to the way you came in, these abandoned residences, as you kind of saw.
I fear that we need to return to the large
Yeah,
cavern.
we need to go to the terrible death room and keep going north.
Yeah. I wholeheartedly agree.
Will, what's this little... Sorry, there's a little, next to the water, it looks like this path continues, or there's a tunnel here. Is that an opening to something?
Alcove.
Nope. That
No,
is
just an alcove.
Just a little alcove. That's all you got.
Is there any treasure in it?
Make a perception check. Or investigation check. Either one.
Oh, definitely perception. I'm not only... Remember how dumb I made this character, Will? I'm not doing any investigation check that I don't absolutely need to do.
Is there a thieving owlin bastard?
22.
Some dope-ass treasures, if I remember right.
Yeah, we did.
You got screwed because you didn't know how to barter with them.
Yeah, Scylla literally has a pearl of power in her pocket that she just thinks is shiny.
I mean, I'm pretty sure every good thing I got is on my dead character, so it's fine.
Yeah. What you got, Andrew?
Spoilers.
22.
You don't find any treasures
anymore.
I'm just kidding.
All right, well,
It's just
enough
enough.
then.
You turn around, you're like, oh, it could be something underneath this rock. And there's nothing. It's just dirt.
You lift up the rock and somehow cartoon style Jimmy's under there, like, what you looking for?
Oh, cool. Did you find like something shiny?
Kill it with fire.
No, that's cool. That's fine. Hey, you know what? Not every stone needs to be turned. You know what they say.
All right, I'm actually going to do some diligence here. We have not actually, can I investigate this statue a little bit?
Yeah.
As we come back through the main chamber, first of all, I think we've already established, but just for actual confirmation's sake, does this look like a statue, or does this look like a person who is now a statue?
Make an investigation check.
Okay.
I'm having deja vu.
Yep. And as he's doing that, I'm gonna press north here and
yeah.
check out the northern extent.
Hey guys,
Scylla is sticking
remember
to
that
the
really
western
fun
wall.
island when I set a hag coven upon us? Only 11 on the investigation.
Okay. You're not entirely sure. It could very well be someone made the statue, or it could be a frozen person. There's no, like...
Okay.
The only thing that makes you think this is weird is, like, someone specifically... If this was carved, someone specifically chose this pose. Why?
Yeah.
And why is the rest of it stone, but he's holding the crystal?
Is it a particular kind of crystal, or is it just like a piece of the crystal that is around this room?
It looks like a piece of the crystal that's around this room. And you see little shards in random places or small crystals popping up from the ground. Like, there's plenty of them.
So Scylla has had a lot of run-ins with different colored crystals. Can I make an investigation check of, like, anything that I remember from Sephel, or, like, is this, like, bringing up anything for me?
Yeah, you can do either nature or investigation.
What about athletics?
if I punch it, does it have the same...
Roll it. Do it. Roll it.
Well, I actually rolled pretty good.
Okay.
With athletics, it's a 23.
For fuck's sake.
Okay.
But if it's a investigation, it's still a 20.
You're like, I remember how some of this is done, and you just, like, take your bracer and you just, like, pop it against a corner of the crystal, and it breaks off, and it collapses to the ground. And as you pick it up, and it, like, you are holding away enough of the light, it just becomes clear, and you can tell that this is just quartz. There's nothing here necessarily, like, magical about it, unless you were to perhaps take it to, like, an artificer or something that could turn it into something more useful.
I think everyone is examining that statue, and Scylla has broken this piece of quartz off, and she's holding it kind of further away from the group, and she's just staring at it, and she's thinking to herself, Sephel would hate this. But it's like a really sad moment of, like, he's not here to hate this.
Popping up next to your elbow, you just hear, yeah, it's kind of loud. I'm just letting you know. It's none of my business, but you do you. And then he walks away.
I wish I could see Sam's stink eye that I know.
Skewers Jimmy in the background and stuffs his body in an alcove.
If looks could kill...
If he scurries away quickly, and it's a damn good thing. I think she was reaching for Caliburn. She's like,
yeah. Whew. All right.
I don't like children.
Not a child.
So Hester, upon not like finding anything, he's just gonna start, like, peeling back up, meeting up with Scylla, and heading more towards the north.
So Artomis, you kind of advanced forward, and you see that in front of you is this ledge that moves about, and there's about a 10-foot drop. And in this lower section, you see about 25 feet away from this ledge's edge is a tall obelisk stone shape that has many facets and holes within it.
Well, my friends, I believe we found it.
Now what?
Well, he gave us the thing, right?
Yeah, aren't you supposed to take, like, the cool ruby and, like, put it in that shit?
Yeah, he gave us a ruby spell gem with the hallow spell in it. So I think we just have to embed it into the altar, and over time it will start to cleanse the area.
As you guys are, like, looking down on this space and discussing, like, your approach here and what needs to be done, you hear a gasp from behind.
Oh no.
What do you do?
if Scylla is standing, I'm assuming I'm going down, right? Is that what this map is saying? Like I'm going down.
Yes, on that other side of this ledge, on the north side of this ledge, you are actively like on a slant. So like now, if you were to look back, you would just like your shoulders would be looking over, head and shoulders would be above the ledge.
Okay, then I will draw my weapon and duck.
Okay,
but I'm like peering. I'm doing a bit of a stealth hide here.
Sure. Roll stealth for me.
Oh, I have disadvantage. Still a 10.
Because you're so loud.
Oh.
The rest of you, what are you doing? Jimmy's like, what was that? And turns around.
Yeah, he would have disadvantage if he had his pots.
I think out of sheer instincts, like that hair is going to prickle up again. I think Hester is just going to get... Is this a hole or a raised portion?
That is a hole.
That's a hole. Okay.
Yeah, that just drops into nothingness.
Okay, so he's
That's where
going...
you kick the people in Baldur's Gate.
Yeah,
correct. Correct. If you can't kill them with tactics, fall damage will do it.
Bonus action shove. Absolutely.
Yeah.
So Hester will actually dart in front of Starcaller and get behind this crystal outcropping on the eastern side of this part of the tunnel.
Artomis?
And for Starcaller, he's like looking at this obelisk, feeling a certain sense of dread. He has a shield in his left hand, Dawn's Edge in his right, and he's just gonna like slowly look over his right shoulder.
You all hear that. But now it's very loud. Artemis, as you turn to look back over your shoulder, Scylla, you peer over. Jimmy has turned around, and Hester, you're hiding behind this crystal to the east. You all see this almost 6 foot tall figure wearing this demi-golden crown, pale greenish skin, a serpentine-esque nose, very Voldemort-esque. Beautiful, though, striking in their features, these pale eyes, snakes from behind the crown move about their head. They wear this black, beautiful spider silk gown. Bangles and whatnot are on their arms and wrists, and they have picked up Eva, and you see Eva just turn to stone.
Oh no.
And this Medusa like drops them, and Eva does not break, but just boom, boom, lands upon the ground, and this woman turns towards you, draws a short sword, and goes, I hate unwanted visitors. And then her eyes flash, and that's where we'll pick up next time.
Well, boy howdy, how about the end of that episode? That was a good one, and I'm not just saying that at the end of every episode. But I am here with more news. Yes, this is another update for our outro. We've got a couple great things going on. The first of which is we're going to be launching our first sanity check, which is a new segment we're going to do every couple months to just update all of our listeners about the great things that we have going on. So kind of like an outro, but it's going to have the whole cast, and we'll be talking about all the different things in the pipeline that we're working on for the podcast. The first one of those is going to come out in April of 2023. The other thing that we're doing that is super fun is I'm actually running a one-shot with the gang. It's a little bit of a mini adventure. We've already recorded 2 episodes. We suspect there'll be 6, although depends on how they go through the story. So we'll be posting the first of those here pretty shortly as well. And then lastly, I just want to remind everybody about our socials. We've got memes dropping every Monday over on Twitter at The Madness Table. We've got an Instagram page that you can catch us on as well. And Will has been dropping some banger TikToks, so you can find us at The Madness Table over there as well. And I guess the last thing I'll mention is if you're interested in supporting us, if you're loving the show and want to toss a coin to your Witchers, that's us. It's going to be ko-fi.com/The Madness Table. And that's it. Until next time, when...
The madness continues.